everybody, it's Linda, and today I want to continue to work on my memory planner. It is now week 7 of the year 2024, and I'm going to work on week 6, so last week. First of all, I want to quickly show you what I've done on this spread, week 5. I forgot to add the numbers, so I did that. And I also added the business card of the lady whose workshop I took over here. And just added a little piece to pull it out of my pocket over here. And I added my journaling. It wasn't much, but yeah. So this is what I'm going to work on today, and I'm only going to do 1 page for this week. So let me take that out. But actually I want to take this one out as well. Get this out of my way. Okay, now I've grabbed my pile of leftover papers from the Graphic 45 collection, and I figured out what I want to use for this spread or this page, and I thought that I would add this strip down here, or at least part of it, to bring back the yellow of this circle over here. And then I thought, why not repeat the same thing up here, which would solve the problem of getting rid of this branding strip over here, and B, would again bring back my yellow. So that's what I want to do first. So where is my double-sided adhesive? Let me see which one is good for this strip. That's too wide, so I'm gonna go with this one. First, let me take all this out so I have a flat work surface. Okay. And I want to kind of have this centered. I think I'm gonna go right with the corner over here. Just add my double-sided adhesive. And get this strip down. Nicely lining it up at the bottom. Like that. Now this is the strip that is at the bottom of the page of the 12 by 12 paper for the month of February. So that's done. Now I want to add my strip up here. Let me see. I think I'm going to stick with this piece. Like that maybe. Okay. One thing I want to do, I want to lift a bit of this binding strip, and I want to push some of my yellow strip underneath here. So let's see where I'm gonna make the cut. Somewhere here, I think, just to make sure I really have enough of this pattern. That's kind of wonky, but it's okay. Now remove the liner. Oh, I went a bit over with my tape, so I'm just going to fold that down. And let me see. Line it up and stick it down. and cut off the excess like that. Okay, next thing I want to do is I want to ink the edges with my Black Soot Distress ink. Just right at the top and on the side over here. Just tie it back in. This piece is finished for now. I need that next week. And over here, I'm going to ink the sides and the bottom. And as you might or might not see, there was a piece of text over here. Let me show you. This page is actually cut out of this piece, and you can see a little bit of black text over here. So up here I want to come in with my ink blending tool and come in a little bit further to hide these letters, or the remains of these letters. So that's what I'm gonna do now, just to make them a little less prominent. I think that worked out fine. Let me just quickly clean up over here. I don't want any black ink getting onto my page over here. Okay, let me quickly dry this just to make sure it's clean. Okay, so that's what I've got for now. Now my photo is going to go in here, and I don't like that this frame looks unfinished. So again, cutting from this piece where the page is actually from, I'm going to use this strip and cut it out and add it over here to finish off that frame. Get my paper trimmer. Actually, the top and the bottom I'm just gonna do with my scissors. And over here I'm going to line this up. Actually, I'm going to cut a little bit over and rather trim it off when it's on my page. Just make that little final snip over here. Okay. Now, actually, let me bring it back once more. I, of course, want to cut off this white strip. So let me line it up in my trimmer again. Like that. Okay. Now, let me see which kind of tape I want to use for this piece. I think this one should be enough. Just line up that tape. Remove the liner. Where are my tweezers? And nicely line that up. Like that. Of course, now I stuck it down to my glass mat. So let me make sure this is really down. Lift it up and trim the excess. Don't want any sticky on this side, so, but it doesn't want to cut. It's really close. Let me try the small scissors again, because these are non-stick. Okay, that's better. And again, quickly come in with my ink just to get rid of any white that might show. Okay. So, next thing I want to do, I want to cover up this piece over here. And for that, I opted for this area with the two postage stamps, because I just don't like how this text is cut off over here. This area I'm going to leave alone, mostly because I really love the design of it with the bees and the glow and the plants over here. But this area really needs to be covered up with the half cut off text. So I'm going to cut myself this piece. Wait, I think I need to get a pencil to make a little mark, and maybe a ruler. So line these up next to each other. And I want this to go to the top edge of that frame. Okay, this wants to move all the time. Top edge of that frame. So make my pencil mark somewhere here. Okay, now I'm gonna trim this out. I think I'm first gonna trim off that yellow strip. Then let me cut in where my pencil mark is. Let me just check the width. This is about 1 7/8, a little bit more than 1 7/8. excuse me, not 1 7/8, but actually 7/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go a little bit over. Like that, just to make sure I have enough. Just let me double check. I don't want to mess up this cut. Yeah, it's just a hair over 7/8 of an inch. Okay. And just cut to where the two lines meet. Am I there? Yeah. Okay. As you can see, I'm always trying to leave as much of the paper intact as I can, because you never know what you might want to use or might need to cover up anything else. That looks perfect, just the way I wanted it. Let me ink the edges. And I don't want to glue it down completely, but rather create a little tuck spot. So I'm going to use my skinny double-sided adhesive. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to use liquid glue for that. Yeah, I think liquid glue is the best option now. Okay, I just grabbed a piece of paper towel to catch any glue ooze that might appear. Just a very thin line at the top and the bottom, and the left edge that is facing the outside of, or the edge of the page. Just like that. And I'm going to butt it up right with this yellow strip down here. Like that. And make sure it's nicely aligned with the edge of the page. And into that tuck spot, I later want to add a journaling spot that you can pull in and out. Everything clean over here. That's good. Press down once more. Close my glue. Okay, now I think it might be time to add my photo. So let's do that. Just some tape runner, not tape roller. All around the edges. And now I want to center it in here, but toward the top. Actually, I want to quickly check, where's my ruler? Here it is, for the center of this area. So let me see. Like that. Okay, so put this ruler up here probably. Like that, okay. And I'm gonna use this 0 over here to center my photo. I mean, I'm really eyeballing this where I'm placing the photo, but I want it straight, of course. And Probably cover up that bit of word over there, the bit of text here, this constellation. Don't want to see that. Would rather have the black. I think we're good like that. Am I straight? I think so. Yeah, okay. Press down. Like that. Now I've prepped these hole reinforcements. I used this hole reinforcement strip. It's in one of those reinforcement variety packs by Elizabeth Craft Designs. I think it's number 2. And I cut it from yellow cardstock, but I didn't like the way it looked with this yellow, so I just went over it with a little bit of fossilized amber distress ink to darken it up a little bit because the cardstock was a bit too bright for my taste. So that's what I did over here. Oops. I have to grab these reinforcements and get those down. And they're out of our way. And they again bring back the yellow. Just always checking if anything shows on the other side, because that wouldn't be so nice. But sometimes you're just a little bit off with these reinforcement rings. But I think this looks good. And I really like how the yellow is brought back. Looks okay. Maybe this one just a little bit. I'm just pushing it with my thumb. And it's good like that. Okay. Now, of course, I don't want to forget the weekly number this time. So over here I've cut myself a 6 from this blue, it was a leftover piece of the January, no, actually of some of the pattern and solid paper, I think. And to make it pop, I also cut the 6 from the black cardstock, and I want to kind of create a shadow with this one, just to make the blue pop a little bit more. So grab the tweezers so I can see what I'm doing, because I don't like my fingers getting in the way of my view. Looks straight. And now this one, second layer. Just a tiny bit to the left so that you can see that black outline or shadow. Okay, now I've grabbed this sticker over here from the sticker sheet that comes with the collection. I thought Miracles Are Everywhere is quite cute because it's February right now, and we already have the first blossom of our primrose or primula outside, and inside we have the same one, just with a few more blossoms. But I think that fits the spring theme that I've got going on my picture quite nicely. Just want to make sure this is in the center as well. And framing that photo. A little bit to the right, but then I think we're good. It's too much. I think I'm kind of irritated by the letters because the A or the word R is not completely in the middle of this banner. I think that's okay like that. Yeah, okay, press down. Miracles are everywhere. Now, I thought about adding a bit of my these ferns that I pre-cut to kind of enhance this area down here, which I like so much. But I'm not sure if gold or green is the better option. I think the green kind of disappears on this paper, so maybe the gold. That's cute. I think I like the gold. Or maybe this one. That kind of makes the same movement as this leaf over here. I think I'm going to go with this one. Just cut it over here. And get some of my glue. And for this one, I'm just going to put a blob of glue on my mat and add it to the back of the leaf or fern leaf with my finger. Because, of course, I forgot to use double-sided adhesive on the back of these. Just get some stuff out of the way here. Grab back the paper towel and just slightly dab the glue onto the back. Hope that's enough. And I can slightly push it underneath here. Can I? Actually, I should be able to. Wait a second. Because I only put the adhesive toward the bottom of this. So just get in here with my tweezer, push it open a little bit, and get this just slightly tucked underneath. Okay. Press down and try to not get any glue on the metallic gold because that would really ruin the picture. That's all right. Now, of course, I have to bring the gold back in another place. Maybe this coming from the top. Or can I do anything with the leftover? Oh, that's actually nice. I like that. This is a bit too big, I think. Nope, that would get in the way of my holes and hide my dog wearing a shirt that we were kind of decluttering our closets, and I found this t-shirt with shoes printed on it and I put it on my dog just for a picture. She wasn't very happy about it, and usually she doesn't have to wear clothes. We don't dress her up or anything, but for that one photo, I think it's okay. No, I really think I'm just going to go with this leftover piece. Then I have my gold brought back. And maybe I'm gonna fussy cut another bee to bring one of those bees back because I really like them. Okay, so grab my glue. Just dab. And a little bit down here. And now have this coming in like that, from this edge of the page to that edge over there. Again, use the paper towel to press down. And cut off the excess. Okay. Yeah, the repetition of the gold is really nice. Let me see, do I need another piece over here? Just to... that's actually not so bad. That is nice. Yeah, I'm gonna use these two as well. Just let me cut this little piece off. So there's basically no waste with my little fern over here, which I love. And just the little sparkle of the gold adds a nice touch, I think. Okay. Next one. Because that area was a little empty above this postage stamp. Okay, now let me check. First of all, I want to wipe off that glue over here so that I don't place anything in by accident, because knowing me, that could happen. Okay, get these out of my way. Don't need those anymore for now. That's trash. Okay, so I had some more of these leftover pieces and pages. This is actually January, February. Let me see, I think there was a small bee up here. And didn't I have another bee somewhere? I thought I saw something, but oh gosh, finding that right now. That's not what I wanted to cut into. I guess I don't have any more bees left, so I'm quickly gonna cut this one out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm done fussy cutting my bees. One was in this area over here. I had it right in front of me before and just didn't see it. And I even found one more over here. I fussy cut them out, and because they are so tiny, I went around the edges with this, what is it, a Tombow marker with a fine tip, which is quite rigid actually, because with an ink blending tool, the whole thing would actually be black. And now I want to position them. Where are my tweezers? Let me see. Maybe up here. I'm just gonna lay them out first, and then I'm going to actually glue them down. But I figured they're not actually bees, but fireflies probably. Oh, that's nice on the 6. I think that's okay like that. Yeah, I'm gonna glue those down. I just didn't think about fireflies because it's February and they're printed on the February pages, and in our area you see fireflies in early July, not in February. So I thought bees. Well, bees are also not out yet, but they're earlier than fireflies in this area. So that's why I thought bees. But I like fireflies, so doesn't really matter as long as they make my project pretty. Like that, to tie everything together. And now one thing that's left to do is create my journal spot. And I've already prepped a few things over here. Now these are labels that are stamped with the retro label set by Elizabeth Craft Designs. I was just wondering, wait, let me see that this firefly is down before I move around anything. If this is, and I've stamped with fossilized amber distress oxide, by the way, to match up this yellow. Just wondering if I should back it with a piece of black, or if that's too much. No, the black is actually good. And the question is, how much room do I need? Do I want to add this on both sides? Let me check if it's still possible to move in and out. Yeah. I think these are too large. Yeah, they hide too much. So I'm going to go with this one back to back. And from some die cutting, I have these pieces left over. I'm going to use those, excuse me, I'm going to use those as kind of a pull tab. I'm going to adhere those to this black piece before I put those yellow labels down. Just pull off that double-sided adhesive where I figure out where I want that pull mechanism. I think, yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that, just in the center. Okay. Just using my mat as a guide to where I can center this pull-out piece over here. Line it up. And get my second piece. Just snip these little corners off. Like that. Put it on the back. Like that. I'm not nicely lined up over here. So let me try to get these apart again. Like that, and now do a better job. Yeah, happy with that. Press down. Now get my tape runner. And line up these labels. One on the front and one on the back. My journaling I'm gonna add later, as always. Oh, I can see there's a little bit of overhang here. And this is easy to line up in this stitched line that the die creates. Okay. Now this goes in here. Can go straight, can go at a slight angle. Am I going to add a reinforcement and punch a hole or not? I think that one is a bit too much, but I might cut another one from those tiny rings that I have over here. That would be nice to repeat that yellow again, because that black is so black in that area. And one last thing I want to do before I end this video, I want to add some of the Wink of Stella pen on my fireflies. So I already made a little puddle over here because I needed to get that pen going. And I think I'm just going to add it to the wings. Okay, this is very, very juicy. So I think I need to let that dry later on. Just because I don't want to have that shimmer everywhere. And I'm not sure if you can see that on screen, but I can see the shimmer over on my paper. And just go over the wings. Last one over here. Okay, and now I'm going to let my Wink of Stella dry. This is my pull tab over here, and I hope you like this page. I hope to see you next week, and thank you for watching. Bye!